Multimedia and performance artist Richard Liu was born and raised in the Tijuana-San Diego border region. He was the son of a Mexican mother and a Chinese father, and this reality greatly influenced his work as an artist. In 1988, Richard Liu created a piece called The Border Door. This piece consisted of a freestanding door situated on the border itself. On the surface of this door, you could see 134 keys hung on nails, and you could only open this door from the Mexican side. These elements of the border door functioned as symbolic invitations from the artist to Mexican immigrants who would be entering the United States. As a performative extension of the border door, Richard Liu actually went into various neighborhoods and colonias in Tijuana, and he handed out a series of additional keys to the local residents. This gesture and these actions and this installation were created by the artist because he was very unhappy with the way in which Mexican immigrants were treated in the United States, the lack of dignity, the inhumane treatment. And so he wanted to create a piece that would dignify them, that would treat them as respectful human beings, and that would be welcoming towards them. Now, it's very important to think of the border door within the larger history of border art. Border art is a movement, an arts movement that emerged in the 1980s and that emerged kind of at the moment when the US-Mexico border becomes militarized. It becomes highly fortified. And many artists were reacting against this reality. They were also reacting against the growing anti-immigrant sentiment that begins to take root in many parts of the United States, and in particular along the US-Mexico border. So many of these artists, which included Richard Liu, wanted to use their work as a means to comment and critique the presence of the US-Mexico border, the various walls that form part of this border. And for many of these artists, the location of the border itself was kind of a laboratory of ideas, of experimentation, a place where artists could try out new ideas, conceptualize new notions of what it means to create installation art, of what it means to create art with a community engagement component attached to it. And so border art really brings together a lot of these important art actions. Now, many artists who were doing border art and who continue to do border art were very much influenced by the writings of Chicana feminist philosopher Gloria Anzaldúa. Anzaldúa wrote a book called Borderlands La Frontera, and in that book, Anzaldúa describes the border as a herida abierta, or an open wound. This wound, according to Anzaldúa, was created as a result of many, many centuries of colonization in this region of the Americas. And so to conclude, I think that we can agree that even though the border door was created many decades ago, the message of this artwork is still relevant today.